Does it look okay? What does it look like? Let me see. Oh, I like it. It's fine. Hello, everybody. It's Lauren Toyota. I'm Hot for Food, and I'm here every Wednesday to cook up vegan love with you and share my trade secrets. Just kidding. But this week we're celebrating Mother's Day. It's coming up this weekend, so you're gonna be nice to your mommies, you're gonna do something nice for her, and hopefully you're gonna cook her brunch or breakfast perhaps. And I've got lots of ideas on hotforfoodblog.com as well as in my new cookbook, Hot for Food Vegan Comfort Classics, 101 recipes to feed your face. But I'm gonna show you something brand spanking new today. That's right. We're gonna make crepes, savory crepes, thin, fluffy, yummy, filled with sauteed asparagus and mushrooms. And we're gonna use the classic Hot for Food hollandaise sauce, which you already know and love and use often. And that recipe is in the brand new cookbook, if you don't already have it. And so we're gonna basically just focus on the crepe making. Now, I borrowed someone's crepe pan, and I think these are fairly inexpensive. If you can get a nice non-stick crepe pan, go do it. It makes a difference because I tried doing it in just like, you know, a non-stick. I tried doing a cast iron. F that business. I mean, I'm all about the cast iron for the most part, but not for crepes. So if you can get a crepe pan, or if you have a large, like maybe a 8 or 10 inch non-stick skillet so you can do a whole thing in the center, that would be perfect. So let's just make this batter. This could not be any easier, and then it just takes a couple of tries to really get the whole swirly twirly action to make sure that everything's really thin. But it all comes down to the batter that you start with and making sure that the batter is quite liquidy and thin. So I'm gonna show you how to throw that together, and away we go. So actually, I'm gonna use what's called 00 flour. It's like a softer, fluffier, lighter kind of all-purpose flour. And this is just to get the crepes really soft and fluffy, because that's what crepes are supposed to be, and normally the eggs do that, but there's no eggs. So add your flour to a bowl. I'm actually just using this bowl because there's a spout and it's gonna make it easier to pour the crepe batter. We're gonna add baking powder, sugar, and then just whisk that together. Now you're gonna add the melted vegan butter, and as you're whisking, add in the milk. Okay, now whisk it really good so you don't have too many lumps in here and no dry flour left over. All right, we're making crepes, guys. You wanna use just under about half a cup per crepe, depending on the size of your crepe pan also, but it just needs to be very thin. Once you pour the batter, take the pan off the heat and do a swirl all around, swirl and twirl to get a really thin layer out to the edges. And it takes less than 2 minutes on the first side. Once the edges start to kind of curl up, that's when you should flip. You want these to stay warm, obviously, so you can put a towel over top, or just reheat them again in the oven, 200 Fahrenheit, to warm them through before you serve them. So this is one where, you know, I didn't pour enough batter and it only went to like just inside the edge, and it's fine. They don't have to be perfect. The pan gets hotter as you go, of course. This thing is just getting hotter and hotter. So you do need to keep lowering, because what happens, you'll notice, and this is what's happening to me as I'm screwing these up. The pan's too hot, I'm pouring the batter, it's cooking before it can spread enough. Anyway, you kind of just gotta do this. It's really hard to explain. You'll get a feel for it as you're doing it, but you'll get the hang of it. So that batter recipe is gonna make you about 8 or 9 crepes, depending on if you accidentally make a tiny one. So this is easy. We're just gonna saute some cremini mushrooms, and then we're going to sort of, in a dry cast iron, really sear these asparagus spears so they get nice and bright and green and kind of charred. So slice up your mushrooms really thin. That way they'll just cook really evenly. And then if you don't know this, I mean, you could just rinse your asparagus spears, and then any of the really tough base parts, I just like cutting it on a diagonal like this and getting rid of the tough stem. Then you're just getting the nice tender parts of the asparagus. So just discard those little bottoms. Now, of course, you can fill these savory crepes with whatever you like. I am gonna use my traditional hollandaise sauce, but you could use that egg yolk sauce that I just made. You could put some veggie bacon in there. You could put tomato. You could put, I don't know, vegan ham and cheese with the hollandaise. But I like asparagus and cremini mushrooms. It's nice and fresh, crunchy, light. And then the hollandaise sauce is rich and creamy, so it kind of balances it out. And if you really want to, you can make a sweet version of the crepe. Obviously the ideas are endless, but you could get vegan Nutella and put that in the middle with some strawberries, which I did do, and I put in the blog post on hotforfoodblog.com. You could do bananas and nut butter, you could do maple butter and apples, whatever. The point is the crepe thing. You can do whatever you want with it after that. Once the mushrooms are sort of half cooked like this, you can add a couple of cloves of garlic that's been minced, just to give it some more flavor. So once your mushrooms are cooked, just pour them out into a bowl. You can put a lid on there to keep them warm. Quickly wipe out your pan, but keep it on the heat, because then you're going to sear the asparagus in a dry pan. You don't even need to add oil. Okay, so you're in a really hot pan here. I'm just taking my spatula and sort of pressing the spears into the dry pan. And this is just gonna get like a nice charring on one side. So you do this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then we're gonna season with a little bit of smoked paprika and nutmeg and salt and pepper, and just flip them, and then another 3 minutes on the other side. And then they should be nice and crisp and bright green, not overcooked or looking yellow at all. So there we are, our nice, crisp, tender, bright green asparagus is ready. We've got our mushrooms. Our crepes are still warm from being under the towel, and I heated up my hollandaise. You guys know how to make this. I'm not gonna show you how to make it again. Find the recipe linked below or in the Hot for Food cookbook. Okay, let's assemble these crepes. I'm so stoked. There they are, our savory crepes with asparagus, mushrooms, and hollandaise sauce. Ooh, this is a big plate for mom on Mother's Day. You could cut it in half if you want, make 1 crepe per person, whatever. You could even make a crepe buffet with various fillings, sweet and savory. Like I said, I gave you an option for a vegan Nutella and strawberry crepe in the blog post, which is linked below, including the full recipe for this, including portions and everything that you need for the vegetables. You're gonna need to double the hollandaise sauce recipe if you wanna do 8 savory crepes. If you wanna do half savory, half sweet, then you only need one actual batch of the hollandaise recipe. All right, well, time for me to dig in. I've earned it, making all those crepes. You know, I didn't make the most perfect looking crepes. They still taste delicious, and honestly, I don't give a crepe. We planned that. We had a lot of time on our hands while those crepes were cooking to think of crepe puns.
You're welcome, Internet.
The texture of them is perfect. Nice and thin, nice and like fluffy, they're not stiff, they're not doughy. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Haven't had a crepe in so long. Wow. Put some dill on there, it's so delicious. That's a really good texture. I'm really into it. I definitely prefer savory crepes over sweet, but you know, up to you. Like I gave you all those sweet options. Do what you want. You could even make a crepe cake, you know? How you do like layer, 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 and then cut into it and get like that thick stack of creperie. Okay, this is my last bite. You know, that's a reasonable portion. It is pretty light. And the hollandaise is just made from almonds, like, it's very nutritious. Love this one. Okay, I hope you make it for Mother's Day this weekend. Hope your moms like it, your grandmoms, all the moms out there. Love you all. Happy Mother's Day. Check the description for the link to the blog for the recipe. Check the other recipes I've linked after this video for other ideas like the tofu beni. Got cinnamon rolls. All perfect things for a lovely Mother's Day brunch. I'm here every Wednesday cooking up vegan love. Tag @hotforfood on Instagram if you make this recipe or anything else. I love seeing the pictures. Also #hotforfoodcookbook if you're making anything from the cookbook. You're doing a killer job. The photos are amazing. I'm reposting a lot of them because you guys are very skilled. What else do I need to tell you? I'll be going live next week on the channel for Recipe Live at 5 p.m. Eastern Time here on the channel. So make sure you're subscribed. Click that little subscribe button, get the notifications so that you know when I'm live and when I've posted new content. And follow my other channel, Lauren in Real Life. It's all personal vlogs, Ask Lauren, what I ate in a day, travel stuff. I got more travel coming up. I'm going to Los Angeles for the Seed, Food, and Wine Festival. So if you're going, I'll see you there. Get your tickets. I'm speaking at Seed Summit. I'm doing a cooking demo and a book signing on the weekend on May 26th. What else am I doing? Oh my God, I'm also doing a pop-up dinner in Vegas at Veggie Nation. So if you live out in Las Vegas, come on through. They're gonna be serving my food all weekend, May 19th and May 20th. Anyway, check the blog, hotforfoodblog.com/booktour for other dates and appearances that I'm doing this summer and stuff that is being worked on and announced very shortly. Woot woot. So many fun things. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and get back to eating, and I'll be here next week just for you. Love you. Goodbye.